Hey, morning. Thanks for meeting me here. You look good. Yeah, you do. Are you pretty much recovered from the party? I get it. Sorry about that. But remember, not entirely my fault. You gave every indication that... Anyway, not your fault either, I guess. And we got you out alive, and I still got ice cream out of it, so that's a win, right? Yeah, anyway, I wanted to meet up because I know we didn't really talk a lot that night after we got out of the party. The ice cream was great, but I feel like we were sort of in damage control mode. Just working through the situation, you know? You were in a bit of shock, I was just trying to figure out what was going on. But now, in the light of day, I thought maybe we could talk a little more. Well, yeah, I mean, we didn't just match for our extranatural backgrounds. We do actually have things in common. And I also thought maybe I owed you an explanation about some things. Well, considering you didn't really seem to know anything about my world before that party, and that was a lot to take in, I'm just saying, if you have questions or if you're curious about anything, I'm happy to help. Sure. I like you, remember? You might even be my type. Sorry, I'm a little nervous. I don't know where we stand right now. No, I know. The ice cream was your idea. And you wouldn't have come here today if you were scared of me. I hope. Anyway. Honestly, I feel like I'm the least scary person you'll ever meet, and that includes regular humans. Oh, clever maybe. Agile, I guess, but not scary. So, is there anything you want to know? How can I help you wrap your brain around all this? I want to be sure you're okay. Yeah? Did you Google Kitsune when you got home? Yeah, there's a lot of conflicting accounts out there. Some have more truth to them than others. Well, how about you ask me stuff and I answer, if I can. I'm not exactly the world authority on kitsunes. Honestly, I don't pay as much attention to my history as I should. My parents didn't push too hard for the traditional stuff, so I mostly let it slide. But I know a few things, so fire away. I am all ears. And tail. Yeah, you saw, just the one tail. As kitsunes go, I'm pretty young. The older or more powerful kitsunes get more tails. It'll be a long time before I grow any more, if ever. Which is fine. It's actually not that easy to hide the tail in this form. And I feel like more tails would just be that much harder, you know? The ears aren't so bad. Plus, people wear cat ears and fox ears for fun. I could just say they're a fashion statement if I ever forget to put them away. What else? Yeah, that's true. I can transform. Go full fox, if you will. I don't care for it, but I can do it. It's one of those things that I think used to be more handy, but in this day and age, not so much, you know? Plus, when I'm in fox form, I have this ball that I keep on me. It's a long story, but it's kind of a pain, and it only matters when I'm a fox. So this way, I don't have to worry about it. But some kitsunes like being foxes. It's a personal preference thing. Yeah, funny story. I had an uncle, actually, who pretty much insisted on staying in fox form all the time. It was so frustrating because he couldn't reach stuff on high shelves and things like that. So he would just sit and bark until someone came to help him. He was annoying. Yeah, I don't get that. I prefer this form. Feels more natural to me. Yeah, foxes bark. Sort of like a dog, but usually more high-pitched. So, you know, not very pleasant. Okay then, what else would you like to know? Like I said, anything. If it's something I don't want to answer, I'll tell you. But I'm a pretty open book. I like you. Plus, you probably deserve to know what you want to know after the party thing. Yeah. Speaking of which, I'm not surprised you're asking that. Okay, yeah, I get why that rumor started, but no. I told you at the party, I don't eat people. And none of the kitsunes I know eat people. You are totally safe in that regard. Yep, even if I were to take you home to meet my parents, you'd be fine. We'd have regular food like regular people. Not that I plan to take you home to meet my parents or anything. Not anytime soon, anyway. This is only our second date, technically. Wait, is this even a date? I should probably stop talking and let you ask more stuff. What else would you like to know? Save me from my own awkwardness, please. Oh, possession. I haven't heard that one in a while. If we ever had that power, it was lost to time, which is really too bad. It sounds tempting as hell to take over bodies and do what I want. Not a good thing from a consent standpoint, but tempting. But no, I can't do that. Anything else? Okay, no, that's not a thing. Who told you that? I know some extranaturals do that, but not kitsunes. That's just... no. Let go of that misconception right now. Thank you. Sorry I can be a little sensitive. I mean, the thing you have to remember is that as human as I look and act, there's always going to be a part of me that's not. But not in a bad way. As a race, kitsunes are mischievous and playful, but not malicious. Well, not unless it's deserved or something. We live a long time and tend to be pretty strong and fast. But not like crazy super strong or fast, just, a little more than a human. We also never break a promise, which is more than I can say for most people. Yeah, let me see, what else? Oh, we pay back favors, no matter what, and we make good partners for anything from adventures to relationships to playing board games. We love to give gifts, but they tend to be the sort of thing you can't wrap, like knowledge or longevity. Above all, we aren't evil. In fact, in some places, we're revered for warding off evil. Being clever doesn't mean being bad. It just means clever. Exactly. What do you mean? Sweetness, I don't expect you to know that much about me, even with your research. A lot of the folklore is old and confusing and misinterpreted. You'd be surprised, actually. Kitsunes aren't really that common, at least not compared to vampires or fairies. Even within the extranatural community, not a lot of people know much about kitsunes, and even fewer bother to learn. We're part of that world, but not a very well understood part, if that makes sense. Yeah, but it's fine. I kind of prefer being under the radar. I like knowing a lot of humans don't even know we exist. It's sort of freeing. Can't say the same if you're a werewolf or something. Oh, speaking of which, did you talk to your grandma? Did you ask her about your granddad? Oh? How did that conversation go? Hey, Grandma, you want to tell me whether Granddad was, a wolf a few nights out of the month? Okay, yeah, your way is better. So what'd she say? Did you find out anything? Are you super secretly part werewolf or something? Hey, it doesn't change how attractive I find you, but it might be something you'd need to know for, health history purposes. I don't know if being a quarter wolf would mean anything for having issues with the moon or an aversion to silver or anything like that. Are you allergic to silver? Well, that's good to know. Sorry, didn't mean to derail the conversation. So your granddad... Yeah. So, wait, it wasn't his jacket. Then who did it belong to? Did he tell her anything? So he just... Why bring it home and put it in the closet if he was never going to wear it? That's kind of weird. Maybe he got it from someone else, but it was the wrong size for him? Yeah. I mean, he hadn't had it cleaned or anything, which you'd think you'd do if you wanted to wear it around. Oh, it was clean enough, not stained or anything, but it had clearly been used a lot by a werewolf. Oh, definitely, no mistaking that smell. That's strange. I mean, it was nice of your grandma to give it to you when he passed, at least. Glad it went to someone who could, enjoy it. And it looks great on you, so there's that. Was that something your granddad did a lot? Bring home clothes he didn't wear? Were you close to him? He sounds like an interesting guy. Oh yeah? That's cool. What a fun way to spend summers. You were probably really cute as a little kid. Aw, you're blushing. Now that's adorable. How old were you when your granddad died? So, old enough to have made some good memories, at least. That's nice. I'm glad. Yeah? What else did you inherit? A cool coin collection? Some comic books, maybe? Oh, that's pretty awesome. Your granddad collected them? How many are there? Oh, that's a lot of knives. All different? I'd like to see them someday. I mean, if you're comfortable showing me, of course. I don't mean to be pushy about, seeing you again. I just think the knives sound pretty cool. What an interesting legacy to leave behind. Seriously? Right now? Well then, yeah, show me. It's just a little one, right? Like a folding knife? You couldn't have a big knife tucked away somewhere just to go out for coffee. That'd be kind of weird. Okay, yeah, a pocket knife. That makes sense. How do you know it was his favorite? He told you that? Was he actually letting little kid you play with a knife collection? I may revise my opinion of him. I know. I'm teasing. And if it was his favorite, I don't blame you for keeping it on you. It's like a little piece of him that you can always have. Hey, I'm a bit sappy that way. I love a good family story. And the thought of older and younger generations connecting over sharp blades, it's so sweet. Okay, I know. But can I really see it? Let me just... Oh. That's interesting. You don't know anything about this knife. He just told you it was his favorite? Did he tell you anything else about it? Where he got it, why he liked it so much? Huh. Yeah, what did your granddad do for a living? What about hobbies? Did he travel a lot? Or go out late at night? Okay. Was he wounded a lot? Scratches, cuts, that kind of thing? You sure he never talked about hobbies or clubs or anything like that? And he didn't tell you the significance of this knife? Okay, yeah, it might sound a little weird. And I'm really hoping the confusion on your face is legit right now and you're not just playing with me. Because that would be rude, you know? Okay. First, this knife is made of silver. Did you know that? No, it's fine. I'm a kitsune, not a werewolf. Kitsunes have no problem with silver. Iron, on the other hand. Anyway, so yeah, this is silver, and this symbol right here, you see that? Do you know what it means? Did he ever tell you? That is so weird. Maybe he meant to someday, but just ran out of time. I'm not sure why else he'd leave this to you and tell you how much it meant to him. Yeah, sorry. I've seen this symbol before. Not recently, but it used to come up now and again. It's pretty well known in the extranatural community. No, not like that. Your granddad wasn't one of us. You can probably be pretty sure of that. No werewolf blood or anything like that in you. Kind of the opposite, really. This is the symbol of a fairly old and established monster hunting society. See those smaller symbols? They translate to EEK, which is for the Extranatural Eradication Kinship. Yeah, they guard their talismans pretty well, and they don't let things fall into the hands of outsiders. Which means your granddad was part of a group that hunted extranaturals. Yeah. Whether he did any hunting himself or just belonged to the society, I don't know. But he wouldn't have this knife if he wasn't a full-fledged member. I mean, think about it. Creatures like me exist. And we've been feared and hated for a really, really long time. Monster hunting groups were always a thing, working in the shadows to get rid of us. You know, for the safety of mankind. Yeah, don't get me wrong, some extranaturals definitely don't deserve to walk among the living. A lot can't be trusted, especially the ones that prey on humans. In that way, I guess I've been lucky. Kitsunes aren't usually on the radar of monster hunters. Not unless one of us starts wreaking havoc somewhere. Mostly we're left alone. But others... well, yeah, like the ones you saw at the party. They would have been perfect targets for someone like your granddad. I don't know. I have no idea how someone gets mixed up in a society like that. Maybe he lost someone to an extranatural attack. Maybe he was brought in by family. Maybe he grew up reading too many vampire stories. Who knows? But this at least explains where he got a werewolf-smelling jacket from. Maybe he killed the original owner. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to speak ill of the dead. I'm just saying. You were close to your granddad, but maybe not as close as you thought. Or maybe he was planning to pass his hobby on to you eventually, when you were old enough. You may need to talk more to your grandma about this, if she even knew what was going on. She might not have. But she may at least have more answers than I do. Hey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to stir up crap or make you feel like you have a family mystery to solve. I'm just telling you what the knife means. It's pretty important. If I were you, I'd look into it. Yeah. So, anyway, I should probably head out soon. You know, lots to do. Listen, I really like you, but here's the thing. If you're connected even in a slight way to that society, I really can't spend time with you. I know you're not, but your granddad probably was, and his connections are now connected to you. Whether you like it or not, that knife is part of your legacy, which you need to sort out. But I can't put myself in harm's way while you do it. I said we're not usually on the monster hunter radar. That doesn't mean some overzealous hunter wouldn't put a spike through my heart right now if they knew who I was. For most of them, the only good extranatural is a dead extranatural. Yeah, well, I know what I said. I think you're awesome. I find you really attractive, and in another lifetime, maybe this would have worked. But right now... Why, though? Why should I take that kind of risk? Just because I can hide it doesn't mean I can hide it forever. I don't want to be looking over my shoulder any more than I already do, you know? Okay, I tell you what. This has all been a lot to hit you at once. How about you go talk to your grandma again? See what she knows. Maybe she has some of your granddad's old books or papers or documentation about the society. Once you have a better idea of what's going on with your family and your granddad's history, give me a call and we can talk about it. Maybe it'll all be in the distant past, and if that's the case, maybe we can hang out again. Yeah, I would like that very much. You're a lot of fun. I really, really hope spending time with you doesn't get me killed.